Hello! Happy October 1st! Okay, we are going to do a collective reading for the start of this spooky season. The deck, possibly decks, I'm going to use are the Wonderland Tarot by Chris Abbey and Morgana Abbey, and the Tarot of the Unknown, which is based on Tome of the Unknown Over the Garden Wall. And we're gonna get into it. Collective reading. What you guys need to know for October to make this the most, I was gonna say useful, but that's not. The most fruitful, maybe? October. The first step in a month of magic. So let me write down the tarot I'm using. I believe it was Chris Smith. I use this deck a lot. Come on. There we go. Okay. I am going to start with the Wonderland Tarot, though. Okay, so I don't think I've actually ever used this deck for reading, so this will be interesting. Once I finish this reading, I'm going to post it on YouTube, so just so you know, this will be going on the internet permanently. So if you want to make a comment, it will be forever. Heads up. Okay, so October. Something I will say, I'm not going to give detail into my personal life, but the moment I got ready to do this reading, there was an immediate sign, there was immediate event, I don't know what to call it, a thing happened. There might be something that's testing. Like it's something where you're like, oh yeah, I need to work on that, I need to fix that, I need to stay away from that, blah blah, something like that. And then it to be immediately at your door, essentially. But it's, I guess we'll get into, if it shows up, we'll get into that. But there's something that's like, oh, that'll be fine. And then it's like, no. It's still there. It's still there. Might be a thorn in the side, something like that, where it's like, oh, this will be fine as long as it goes along with my schedule, it's not going to. It's something that perpetually goes against your schedule. Interesting. Magician kind of showed up twice as I'm splitting the deck. So it might be something within your own power. This doesn't mean it's easy, though. Okay. Happy October. Collective reading. Let's go. What do you need to know in order to get the most out of this October? Best first step forward. Best foot forward. Best step. Best first step. You know what I'm saying. Okay. Let's get spooky. Okay, what do we need to know? Spirit, guides, angels, everyone that want to see us succeed in our best timeline. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Oh. Got a meeting. Immediately making a mess of the stack. Okay. One more shuffle. It does feel like there's distraction, like there's constant distraction where you're like, okay, I'm focused, and then like the one thing you know that you would throw off your focus happens. Hold on, I gotta center myself again. It's throwing me off. It's like now the music's not right. Universe, I'm giving this to you. You take control of the energies. You tell me what to say. Interesting. That's a lot of cards, though. Okay, you're staying. You're not staying. Okay. Song could be relevant. Some kind of old black magic that's just still bothering. Still has an effect. I feel like October is good though, because it's kind of when you can, the veil is thin, as they say, which, it just means things are open. You can see things clearer. You can see the black magic. It's not just, man, life is tough and bad things happen. No, now you can see where it's coming from right now. Problems are revealed. So that is kind of how it works. Like, it's not just life is hard, and now there's magic and witchcraft and curses. What? Those are real? Those have been real the entire time. When things go bad, that's just bad energy that is affecting your life. So it's not just, it's the magic season. No, it's energetically, it's the time of the year where the inner workings of how the universe works are a bit easier to see. Which could mean you could see ghosts. It's all connected. It's not just, magic isn't just a cool niche thing. It's just finding out how the universe works. I call myself a witch because that's fun. But really it's just understanding how the universe works. Seeing the signs and taking them seriously. Not just, oh, well, that's interesting. I saw those exact same numbers 5 times today. What a crazy coincidence. Anyway. Okay, so, anyway, back to the actual tarot. I'm honestly, I've never used this deck, so let me pull the cards out first, and I can... Actually, maybe I should look at these. No, I'm gonna pull out so you guys can see something. Okay. So we have the Death card. And then we have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands. And Judgment. This was the first card that flew out. Like, it was just screaming to come out. So this one is kind of the possibly big vibe energy. Desiree. Seven of Wands. We have a lot of cards that came out. Seven of Wands, yeah. Knight of Cups. Queen of Swords reversed, which that is interesting. Something tells me that's gonna be something to talk about. And then Two of Pentacles also reversed. Yikes. Okay. And finally, Nine of Wands, which is more cards than I'm used to at the start of a reading. But since we're doing a collective reading, it's fine. This is about what my desk looks like right now. So let me just... Okay, so these two are reversed. The Queen and the Two of Pentacles are reversed. I wish I could turn them upside down on this website, but I cannot. I don't know why I have this centered like this. Okay. And then this is up here. Okay. Hello. So, collective reading. For October. Well, we get the most October-y card right here, which is cool. The beginning. It's the beginning. The end to the beginning. Sunrise. Cheers to October. Okay. Things coming together. Call to action. Okay, let me think. Because these two are very similar in energy, and they're very close in card. Defensive, blocking, boundary, like stay back. This is the limit. Hmm. I'm just gonna pull one card for myself just to really tie it all together. So I am getting one message, but it doesn't feel... I don't know, it kind of feels blocked. Ace of Swords. Okay. So it does feel like a sharp energy. Adoi. It just feels defensive. There's a defensiveness. It's not a great start to an October. In fact, I don't like it at all. There's this defensiveness. Like a fucking wall of do not cross this. It's like this is the outside, this is the inside. Queen of Swords reversed. This reversed, imbalance. You know, a lady who's probably just ready to stab out of non-discernment. And King of Cups. King of Cups, Jesus. Knight of Cups. Demoted, Knight of Cups. So I want to say King, I want to say Queen. But it's just the Knight. It's movement. Emotional movement. Things are formless. It's like protection to a formless, something that's formless. Because it's sensitive and suddenly sharp and suddenly moving and suddenly swimming around. But there's a wall trying to contain it. And, constant distraction. Sorry. Ugh, God, I swear, I picked the best times. If I did this an hour earlier, I'd be fine. Okay, But it's interesting how time is doing that. I almost want to just restart this whole thing. I might need to. How very annoying. Because now I can't tell what's my own life and what's the reading. It could all be connected. But I don't like it. Okay. I kind of want to restart. Okay, so I'll say this. This initial reading is there is this need to block, this trying to form some kind of barrier in order to keep this emotional form contained. Whereas the death. So in this Alice in Wonderland deck, the wands are the pepper grinders from like the classic Alice in Wonderland story. And that's I'm getting that image from Shrek 2, if you know it. Where instead of pepper spray, the knights grind pepper on human Shrek's face, because pepper spray. So it's kind of like inconvenience. It is very funny. In fact, these cards are kind of signifying that with this Alice in Wonderland deck. We have Death, which has the Queen of Hearts yelling at Alice. We have, or she's not yelling at Alice, but she is like yelling and demanding things. We have Judgment, which is, the scene from Alice in Wonderland where I think they're getting ready for the trial. And then the Four of Wands is just full of the pepper. So it is that scene from Shrek. And there's a man on a white horse. Okay. So there's this scene from Shrek going on where it's kind of like a misunderstanding. No, I'm here to find my wife. And they're like, we don't know who you are. We're arresting you. This is the end of what you're doing. So it's kind of like trying to do something noble, heroic, grand, maybe even romantic with the Two of Wands, but it's just not going well. It's just Shrek 2. And you're trying to protect yourself, which, okay, man, this is just telling me Shrek 2 right now. Because Shrek's, all defensive in the movie. Why is this turning into Shrek 2 right now? It's very funny. Yeah, it's very funny. But really deep inside, he's just still emotionally damaged from his past. So if you feel like Shrek from Shrek 2, this reading's for you. Okay, I'm gonna. So that's where we're starting. I'm gonna read. It's not bad. It's a good start considering how great that movie is and how it ends. It's funny because there was a reading I recently did with the Four of Wands, and the whole message was, and this, it was a message about a call to trust each other, a call to trust in love, which is the end of Shrek 2. So essentially, Shrek 2, watch that. Trust in love, and if you can't trust in love, then that's not love. So that's the start. If there's some kind of defensive, sharp, confusing, pulling you every direction, what you're trying to do something good, and it just is not. It's just constant distractions, constant pepper in your face. It's an energy right now. We're gonna get through this. So that's the first part of this reading. I'm gonna need like 1 minute. Okay. So we all want everything to go perfectly always, but it can't be that way. So it's good to address what goes wrong learn from our mistakes, and move on to the next thing. Which is what we're gonna do. Okay, now. Angels and guides, please give us guidance that will help us. What must we do to get the most out of this October? I will say, I feel like I say this every time I do a reading. I get a lot of my messages from watching movies, shows, media. Any way that I can hear a message. Usually it's through the things I like watching, entertainment. So. And some things are very interestingly relevant. Highly recommend the new Fiona and Cake show. That creator is very spiritual. Like, it's like, oh, what a funny, zany show. It's like, but if you are spiritually inclined, that Adventure Time, Fiona and Cake, that dude's downloading some messages and sending it to the world. 100%. Okay. So, what do we need to know to make this October the most magical? Yeah. No, yeah, it's so good. It's the most fun way to contact the universe. As a writer myself, there are strange things that happen after I write sometimes. And the meeting my characters sometimes is very strange. So what do we need to know to get the most magic out of this October? Not just the best October, the most magic out of this October. I'm going to do one more card. Perfect. Oh, the moon. Beautiful. Justice showed itself, so I'll put it on this side. Okay. We have the sun, which is good. Break through from that conflicting energy. However, we have the 9 of Wands back out. It's good to be a little, cautious. Look before you leap. 8 of Pentacles, which I had a feeling was going to come out. And the Highwayman, which in this deck is the Hanged Man. Nine of Pentacles. And finally, the Moon. And technically, so did Justice. I'll put Justice off to the side. Where are you? Justice. Okay. So. I do have a feeling Justice only kind of came out because, it kind of just feels more like, this is the deserved energy. This is how we balance it. This is how we keep it balanced. This is your karma, meaning just the follow through. What goes up must come down. You do this, so therefore that. It's not punishment. It's not reward. It's just natural movement of the waves. And this is what the energy wave, which I was just, I was putting these out, trying to put it like my desk, and it just, made a little wave, which is nice. The weave, the weaving of magic. I will probably be playing Baldur's Gate later. Anyway, so now that we've gotten through the yuck, we can get through the actual magic of October. Okay. I don't want to blow up this art. Look how beautiful that is. This is so pretty. This background. Okay. I wonder if I can make these smaller. Okay, so the sun. Wow, sun and moon on both sides. Literally not even paying attention. So definitely a balance. Definitely a balance. Keeping things centered. I don't know. I just kind of saw, like he was balancing up here, standing carefully, and then he had to do a special little move to do a flip and land like this so he wouldn't get hurt. I don't know, like special trapeze work. Some kind of a balance, sun and moon. Feminine and masculine. So where does this fit in? Masculine side? Masculine to feminine. And this, of course, can represent a whole person. We all have masculine, feminine energies. It's not man-woman. It's yin-yang. Give, take. Ebb and flow. Now we're getting into Avatar. Twee and Law. Yeah. Because this energy is about enjoying what you have, enjoying retirement, financial reward, realization of investments. It's just like, I did the work, and now I'm enjoying everything that's coming in, sitting back and receiving all the gifts that are naturally coming your way. Just the flow of how things go. You're just receiving everything. And you're feeling super secure. You're just enjoying your beautiful fancy clothes, enjoying your beautiful gardens. That's a little pet bird with one of those little fancy caps. Just living lavishly. And then this is the hard work. This is dedication. This is skilled work. Putting in your energy towards something you care about, and you're like, this is gonna be amazing. And just enjoying the actual work of it, not slaving away. It's not like the Ten of Wands energy where it's just constant burden. It's enjoying making these pinnacles. It's feeling purpose in the little work you're doing. Almost like clockwork, every little piece counts. Even if it's just a little part of a big project, it feels fulfilling. The Hangman usually talks about a perspective shift. With everything upright, though, it's like you are able to see. You are able to see these waves if you just watch carefully. So we got the moon with this shiny light, and this guy's shiny light. He can see with this new perspective. If you just do your little careful balancing, you'll be able to see. Like, imagine like binoculars. Binoculars? Anyway, because you have to adjust each eye sometimes in order to be able to see the whole image, make sure one eye's not blurry. That's kind of what he's doing. He's balanced both eyes so that he can see the full image properly. And you're able to see like what is the necessary fulfilling work and what is being received and when to receive. It's the balance. This I can't read this. Let's see. Some eventual victory, good health, determination. He looks a little in pain though. So let me see if that's relevant with this. So I have the over the garden wall deck. This image is depicted by, if you've seen it, the episode where they go into the schoolhouse and there's a bunch of animal kids. The kid holding it's the same card, but it's like a deer kid. And he's kind of wearing ill-fitting clothes. A deer in a schoolhouse with the kids, and they're trying to make money to keep the school afloat. Because there's always something relevant with the story. And there's a gorilla on the loose. And it's surrounded by sticks, and that kid does hit the gorilla with the stick. So, there is some kind of fear of like, I mean, it could be like from before, maybe you're a little afraid that the distractions, the issues, the problems that are going on might skew your vision, make it hard to see, because, I mean, it does. You're worried it will, so you're kind of defensive about it. You're worried that gorilla on the loose is gonna be a big problem. But maybe, like the story, it's actually not. Turns out, solving that gorilla, oh my god, I cannot talk. Solving that gorilla problem solved the whole issue in the story. But I mean, this deer kid, it's not their problem. That gorilla problem is resolved on its own, so maybe you don't even have to worry about it. Yeah. Is interesting with this in this deck. I mean, I guess it is the same. She's looking at the moon. In the deck I'm looking at, it really looks like she's like looking at the scene. Like, what's happening over here? So there is, the feminine energy is very, I mean, the full moon did just pass. So I don't know if that's really relevant anymore, but because I feel like with feminine energy, it's very difficult to pin down because that's its whole thing. Like it's the fluidity, it's the movement, it's the unknown. So it's kind of undefinable. And so it will do what it will do. Like, you cannot contain feminine energy. The attempt to do so goes against its very being, which is why there's been so many issues. Because so many people, for so many years, blah blah blah, feminine energy is shamed, haha, don't be a woman, haha, blah blah blah. That those lasting scars have affected our mentality of. I feel like I mean, obviously there are still people who are like, I don't have feminine energy. You do, but I feel like with this full moon, for those people, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, you cannot, at this point, contain that. You cannot stop the feminine energy from being feminine energy within yourself. With this past full moon, especially, with the Aries full moon, like there's this energy. There's this heat, this determination from the feminine energy that if you do feel combative towards feminine energy, I hope you had a fun time because you didn't. And I'm not sorry about it. The feminine energy is not sorry about it. It's necessary. You should almost be proud of how crazy things were, which is hard to say and hard to see right now. Um, but it's necessary in the long run. Those of you who are like, no, yeah, I understand things. I understand that I'm a full person with multiple sides, with multiple energies of both ebb and flow, as I'm a part of this natural world. Um, I want to say there has been a breakthrough in self-reliance, a breakthrough in not caring what other people think, like not letting, like if other people do annoy, it's well, they annoy. They don't have a full effect on you, maybe as they have in the past. It feels more like protective. It feels more combative. It feels more, I'm gonna do what I want, and if I can't even hear your opinions. You know what I mean? Like it's that's what it feels like. Feminine energy this past few days. So I feel like a lot of people went through very turbulent times the past few days. Maybe as early as 2 weeks ago, like 2 weeks up until maybe, I'd say maybe 4 to 5 days from now is when it'll finally calm down. Um, so like the water sounds we're hearing, and like the water in here, you gotta let it flow. I mean, it's more like you're just gonna get water blasted in your face. You're just gonna kind of feel pain if you try to fight it. You're not gonna be able to because it's a river. So just chill. If you feel these intense emotions, accept it because they're there. You can't not feel them. You can bury them, and we all know that's not good. So that's for those who have been struggling the past few days, um, maybe a couple weeks. Is it's your feminine energy. Like you're like, no, I'm secure in my womanhood. It's not about that either. It's it's really about accepting movement. It's about accepting emotional movement. You really just need to learn more about emotions and how the brain works, because it's even trying to just explain it energetically is difficult.
Makes you think she's a witch. Oh, she's turned me into a newt.
Yeah. Okay, so that's that for feminine energy. Big vibes, especially with the full moons. Masculine energy, I feel like the defensiveness, because like feminine energy's job is to exist, right? Um, Masculine's job is to protect and provide, and this is of course internal, all in yourself. I'm not saying about men and women. So the masculine side of yourself has been on the defense, trying to keep things understandable, grounded, be able to see it, put a light on things so you can understand what you're doing, see what you're doing, find details, physical, real life movement. Things that are easier to understand because we can see it with our eyes, feel it with our hands. Um, and there's defensiveness. There's issues that we see. There's things that need to be solved and made, and progress to be made. Um, and there's always something. There's always something. There's always a hurdle. And that's part of the journey. So I feel like, in general, it's difficult. There's so many. There's so many things. Everyone has a different life. But masculine energy. Like, it's difficult to see beyond the mountain. You can't see through the hill. The feminine kinda can, but as the pure masculine side, you're like, I can only see so far, and I need to be able to protect myself from whatever surprises may come. And I feel like that's good. Like, that's good to do that. Keep your eyes peeled, keep working, keep your boundaries up, and feel secure. Um, just make sure they're boundaries and not, what's I don't know, some cliche phrase, walls, boundaries. Make sure it's to keep yourself safe and not keep good things out. I'm gonna pull some more cards for masculine energy. What else do we need to know? Because I feel like I can't really give any advice on feminine energy. It's okay. Just let it flow because it's happening. It's happening. There's nothing you can do to contain feminine energy. That's just its nature. The attempt to do so is a crime against it. Page of Wands. That's important for your inner energy. Any attempt to contain and control your feminine energy is an act of crime against it, and it will show in your physical world. Trying to deny yourself your emotions, you're most likely going to self-prophesize, and you're going to show those emotions stronger than ever. It's just how it flows. It's not punishment. It's just you did that. That's just how it moves. So the only way to balance is to acknowledge and to flow with and to guide. You cannot force, you can only guide. And being on side with yourself will give you the control over yourself. Control. This is when we get into semantics. I hope I'm making sense. But in order to have a say in what's going on in your life, you need to trust yourself. Because when you trust yourself, then the emotions you feel, you'll know why you feel them, and you'll trust why you feel them, and you will allow yourself to feel them. But if you feel a certain way and you're like, I shouldn't be feeling that, and you try to bury it, it'll only get worse. So don't do that. That's my advice, I guess, for the feminine energy of yourself. Masculine energy. Page of Wands came out. Advice for the masculine energy in yourself. Page of Wands. Keep inspired. Yeah, do things out of inspiration and not fear. Basic. Of course. That's always, it's always something to remember. We're humans, we forget. It's easy to choose out of fear because it's a reaction. It's our animal brains. We have animal brains. If something scares us, we're like, oh shoot, we need to do something. Actually, you don't. You see the problem, understand, okay, this is what I do not want. Okay, cool, that's what I don't want. But what do I want? What do I want to happen with this issue? What do I want the result to be? If say someone's causing you a problem, your reaction might be, I need to tell them that they're being a problem. I need to combat them. I need to fight them and say this is wrong. Because that feels justified. And that's very normal, and that's what most people do. But if you just take a moment and go, okay, what do I want the result to be? Do I still want to interact with this person? Do I want to be friends with this person? Do I not? And so you have to figure out what you want out of whatever issue it is, whether it's social, job. Do I still want this job? Do I want this project? Do I want to do this at work? Whatever. It doesn't matter what your situation is. You have to figure out what you want, and then it's kind of like it's not saying it's kind of like be inspired too, but it's either you're inspired or you're not. But you need to do something that sparks inspiration. Sparks inspire. If you want something to go a certain way, you have to think about what that is and how to do that. Because of course it sounds satisfying to say what you want, tell people. Sorry, my words are stuttering. Hold on. What was I gonna say? It might be fun to put it in people's faces and say this is wrong and let out your frustration, but will that get you what you want? I mean, if it does, then yes, but you have to actually think of the outcome, what you want to happen, not just your fear reaction. Yeah, I hope that made sense. So yeah, to keep your masculine side balanced, follow what inspires you. Follow what you actually want to happen. What you actually care about. Not what you're fearing, what you care about. Always focus on the outcome you want. And all you can do is your best. Feminine side will, just flow with it. Understand how emotions move in your head. Yeah. Try and understand why you feel the way you do about any given situation. Move with yourself, not against it. It's the only way you can move, is with yourself. The flow. That's how the magic will go. It's keeping yourself flowing. Keeping it inspired, keeping it balanced. That's pretty. It's a good, Cool. I think that's it. I think that's it for the collective reading. I might do another little mini one on my Instagram, because it is that time of the year where I do a little mini reading every single day. Hopefully I can keep it up. Got a lot of things to do this month. So, follow me on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. If you like this reading and you want me to do more, check out my is it pronounced coffee? Ko-fi? If you want. Any donation is appreciated. Anyway. Have a wonderful first day of October. Have a wonderful following October and many Octobers after that. I hope you enjoy your spooky season, and I hope it gets more magical as the days go by and the universe reveals its secrets to you and everything makes sense and you feel magical and happier and more connected to the world in a positive way. Okay. That's all. Goodbye.